Cyril Junior Dim. Bogdan. Cyril Junior Dim. Bogdan.
Thank you, Madam Contest Chair.
You're welcome.
I'm running down the sidewalk using every swear word in the book. I'm literally giving myself a piece of my mind because I'm late. I'm late for a job interview. The bus will also be late, and I can't afford fuel for my car. In fact, in the entire universe, I have only 20 euros to my name. This interview is the only good thing that has happened in weeks. I can't mess it up. The plan is simple. Order a taxi. It's 10 euros, but I have no choice. The application shows me that Bogdan, who drives a little red car, is parked 3 minutes away. The office is a 10-minute drive, which means I'll be at the office 2 minutes before my interview. Confirm ride, confirm payment, and I wait for the little red car to zoom from here to here. Except the little red car doesn't move. Come on, Bogdan. Move it. Nothing. Nada. Nichts. Every second feels like an hour. I just gave half the money I own to a guy who's in a parking lot 3 minutes away, not moving. I send a message. The little red car doesn't move, so I start wondering, reasonably, what if my taxi driver is dead? So I call Bogdan to ask if he's dead. He hangs up. He's not dead. Yet. But the little red car moves. Like this. My taxi driver is apparently doing donuts in a parking lot. That's it. I cancel the ride and I order another one. Do you want to guess who accepts the ride this time? Bogdan, in his little red car. 10 minutes is when Bogdan arrives. I'm sitting in his back seat ready to give him a piece of my mind, but he's on the phone with some kid, and they're arguing. And my mind races back in time to a very similar ride in my mom's green Toyota Prius. My mom would drive me 2 kilometers every morning to catch the school bus. The bus arrived at 7:15, but this time I was 5 minutes late. And so Mom had to make the long trip to drop me off, and she was mad. She yelled, she cussed, and then she said the one phrase that got me each time. You are just like your father. Do you remember hearing things like that? How did that make you feel? When we reached the schoolyard, the bus wasn't there. It just happened to be 10 minutes late that day. And I gave Mom a piece of my mind. Of all the people in the world, Mom, I'm just like Dad. Or maybe Dad wasn't the problem. I jumped out of the car and I slammed the door. School wasn't the same that day. The hours felt like seconds because I knew that soon I'd have to go home and face Mom. 3 p.m. I was standing on the sidewalk looking at the house but too ashamed to walk in. I would have given anything, but nothing could undo what I had said, and I hated myself for it. I sat on that sidewalk for 6 hours. When it got cold, Mom came looking for me. It was the first time I'd ever seen my mother cry. And as she sat next to me on that sidewalk in complete silence, I hated myself even more. The car stops. We're at the office. Bogdan ends the call to ask me for a tip. A tip! I may have already lost this job, and this guy wants a tip. I want to give him a piece of my mind. Tell him that he's the problem. Instead, I give him the last 10 euros I own. Not for him, for Mum. Because friends, we're all human. We've all said things we'd like to take back. I realized that I was the problem. Where I couldn't take responsibility, I assigned blame. But in giving a piece of my mind, I gave up my peace of mind. In a world of raising voices and pointing fingers, you, my friends, have the choice. You can choose your peace of mind. It's like they say, if you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all. I try to own up when I mess up. But when my friends mess up, my girlfriend messes up, and one day when my kids will mess up, they won't hear it from me if I can't say it nicely. May that be your resolve. But to all of you here in Nashville, the many watching from home, and you, Bogdan, if you're watching, yes. Yes. I got the job.